Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. Today our show is Women's Health Boutique. Hurry back and join us. Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today our show is Women's Health Boutique, and our guest is Miriam Sorsey, Danny Sorsey, and Kelly Moore. Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Glad to have you here on the show.
Thank you
very much.
Now, the Women's Health Boutique, somebody give me some information on what is Women's Health Boutique?
We are a health-related retail location. We are also a franchise. There are 16 locations across the states. There are 3 in Michigan. We're the only one in the Metro Detroit area.
Okay. Now, how did you get involved with such a program?
Well, after retiring, I volunteered with the American Cancer Society for a while. I worked along with a breast health outreach specialist, and some of the issues around having breast cancer and being a survivor became very clear to me. Years ago, our grandmother died of breast cancer, so it was all just very clear to me that there was a need, and that's why I volunteered. But we also had a family friend to ask me to take her to get her mastectomy needs, and I did that. It was a long way away from our homes. We live in Detroit. So once we got to that location, I could see that she was very, very comfortable there, and I thought there needs to be more locations like that. So we did research. I found the Women's Health Boutique franchise, and we purchased the franchise and opened the boutique.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, Danny, tell us a little bit about yourself and what's the relationship between you two?
Brother and sister.
Okay. Okay, and your role?
I am the Secretary Treasurer. I was brought into the business by my sister after she thought of the idea. I thought it was a wonderful plan. And it got me involved in helping females and others that needed specific needs. And I've learned certain things and tried to put them into good practice.
Okay. So do you find it difficult to be involved in the boutique that's geared towards women?
No, not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, basically I do a lot of things within the business. Although I don't have a lot of hands-on, I am a certified fitter because I want to know a lot about the business. But no, I have no problems in that business whatsoever.
That's nice. Okay. And Kelly, don't want to leave you out there. You know, what is your role there at the boutique?
I'm the customer service manager. I deal day-to-day with the customers, and I also do some marketing outside of the office to get the doctors and other people to know about the boutique and what we can cater to.
Okay. Okay. So actually this is a family-owned business?
Yes.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, one thing about our show in particular, we are a educational resource program that allows our listening and viewing audience to learn something about a agency service. You're not an agency, you're part of a franchise?
We are a franchise.
Okay, now being part of a franchise, is there a yearly meeting or something that you have to be involved in to keep up with the type of services or new ideas that comes out?
Well, not only yearly, but almost daily we are in contact with our franchise support team, and they do a lot of research for us and feed information concerning new products, new procedures. So they're actually the backbone of our operation because they keep us abreast of what's new, technical advice.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So at this point, what is the outcome of your store? I mean, is it like a lot of people coming in? Are you surprised at how many customers you get coming and going, or? Actually,
we are surprised at the number of customers and actually the sources that the customers come from. We're surprised at that sometimes. We recently had occasion to provide services to a correctional facility.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a surprise to us. I guess we had just not stopped to think that women that are incarcerated also need mastectomy supplies.
Right. Okay. Now, when you go out, Kelly, do you actually go out in the field and meet with doctors or professionals to talk about the services?
Yes, I do. Not all the time that I do make appointments with the doctors, but I'll go to different doctors' offices in the area and in the medical center area downtown, and just visit with the nurses or the doctors or even the receptionist and let them know this is what we have and this is the service that we can provide for your patients. And most of our referrals do come from doctors too.
Okay, okay. And so, Danny, I got to ask you that famous question. Do you do any marketing for the company itself, or how do you get the word out?
I have. Sometimes I go with Kelly. I myself, at work, introduced the stockings, the support stockings to the people that work with me. They do a lot of walking, standing, and sitting, which supports their legs and give them comfort in their daily work.
Okay. Now, do you find it that being a male in such a business that the women look at you kind of strange, like, what's this man doing in here?
No, as a matter of fact, it's kind of flattering.
Okay.
It's not bad at all.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good, because I think that, what I'm getting at is that most of our male population may not feel comfortable in learning a lot about breast cancer as well as the mastectomies, what happens in, the aftermath. So from a male point of view, do you find it kind of softening your thought patterns on what women go through?
Yes, I'm quite sensitive concerning their needs and their wants during that time period. And I've found that it has helped me in my daily way of living and how I work to be compassionate and thoughtful to those that have these problems.
Okay, okay, and that's good. That's really good, because if I come to the store and I see a man there, I might decide to go back out. But then I'll probably think twice. Well, he's got to know what he's in here for. So especially if he's getting assistance, he has an understanding. Now, let me ask you: do couples normally come in, or just women by themselves?
Well, it's probably split right down the middle. We do have some husbands that will come in, but normally when they come in, they sit right down at the front door. And it's like, this is the point, we're not going to venture past that point. So sometimes seeing Danny in the shop is very good for the mate. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But do you have to, or you ever find yourself going to the men, encouraging them to come?
We do.
Be involved?
We do. We sometimes invite them into the dressing rooms if they feel comfortable watching the wife being fit. Sometimes the wife wants the man to come into the room. But we do show the men the prostheses. We encourage them to pick them up, to let them know that it's not something that's foreign, not something that's going to be harmful, and not something to be afraid of at all.
Okay. Now, I noticed you said the word fit. So, if I was to come to the store and I just recently had surgery, what would I anticipate when I come to the store?
Well, first off, it all depends on how far along you are in the process. If you're more than 6 to 8 weeks after your surgery, we can fit you in a prosthesis. And that means that I'm going to take measurements, first off to get a proper bra fit, and then get a proper prosthesis, that one that will look, if you've only had one breast removed, that will look like your remaining breast. If you've had both removed, then it's actually your choice as to how you want to look. Okay,
okay. Now, what about breast reduction? Do women with breast reduction come in to be fitted for a new type of brassiere or anything?
Directly after breast surgery, women need a compression bra because the chest will have to be held down. So we do have a compression bra that we fit those ladies in. Some women that have had breast reductions experience scarring or some mangling, and we do have special prostheses, we call them shells, that we fit them.
Okay, okay. That's different, because I think what happens is a lot of our viewing audience and listening audience may not know what to look for. You know, when you first come out of the hospital, doctor says you're going to be fine. You have emotional scars for one thing, and then you're going to go home and see the physical scarring for another.
That's right.
You don't know if your family or friends are perceptive to what you have just went through, but everybody says, glad you're home, congratulations and everything, and you pulled through the surgery. Do you ever find yourself going into the hospital prior to the person being released, or is it any contact with social workers or anything like that?
That's something we would like to do, but we have not had the opportunity to do. We do interact with different support groups. And we have a lot of women to come to the shop that are a part of the Reach for Recovery volunteers. they are actually the ones that would go to the hospitals.
Okay.
But we have not had the opportunity to do that at this point.
Okay, okay. Because, you know, social workers work closely sometimes with their, excuse me, with their patients upon release. That gives you a chance to actually talk to the patient or let the patient know of your whereabouts of your services. So that way, you know, it creates a warmth between the client and, you know, and the store itself. So I think that what we fail to realize in our daily activities is that when you come out the hospital, you're confronted with all types of issues because the hospital is a caring facility that feeds you, bathes you, takes your temperature, tells you when to walk, when to sleep, this and that. When you go home after any surgery, it's a new beginning.
Absolutely.
And I don't think anyone's realized or recognized that it's a new beginning once you're released from the hospital. If you're in a wheelchair, you've been in a wheelchair in therapy, you've been in a wheelchair in the hospital, then it's time to go home and you see those 2 stairs, those 3 stairs, and then somebody says, we got to lift up the wheelchair and bring that person in. Then the once upon a time door that you used to walk through, now it's too narrow. Okay, so I believe the same thing would happen to a person or a woman, preferably with a mastectomy. You come home, you would take a shower, you got to stop, look in the mirror.
Yes.
You know, it's probably a frightening thing in the mirror unless you are emotionally tied in with the fact that you had to do what you had to do.
And a lot of times the women have not been made aware of the things that are available for them in terms of prostheses or wigs even. Once a woman has gone through chemo or radiation, she loses her hair. And a lot of times that is even more traumatic to a woman than losing a breast because that's more visible. So a part of what we do is to let the woman come in and try on the wigs, and then we custom fit the wig to her head to try and make her feel at ease about being a survivor.
Okay, so that's helping her be herself as normal as possible.
As much as possible, yes.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a commercial break and we're going to discuss these items here on the table. We'll be right back.
Why would anybody give someone they don't know a gift? They do it because this gift saves lives. And the need for it is desperate. We need over 20,000 people to give this precious gift every day. Please give blood. There's a life to be saved right now. Call the American Red Cross at 1-800-GIVE-LIFE.
Hi, and welcome back to the second half of the show. For those of you who are just now joining us, we have the Women's Health Boutique, and we have a family, the Sorcies. So we have Marion Sorsey, Danny Sorsey, and Kelly Moore. Now, thank you for being with us. Now, I want to go to a particular question because I know somebody who's watching the show is saying, what about insurance? How can one pay for this, more or less?
Well, in most instances, insurance will pay for the prostheses and for the bras, the special bras with a pocket that the prostheses is held in. And in some instances, they will pay for cranial prostheses, which is the wig.
Okay. So now chances are you say some insurances. So when a person normally comes out of the hospital for such a surgery, they should be able to check with the insurance company to see
they can
what
do
percentage
that.
it would pay for?
Yes, and even when they come to the shop, and Kelly does this every day, call the insurance company to verify exactly what they will pay for.
Okay, okay. Because I know it's got to be important. You come home and you're not sure if you can have these items or not. You know, it's just like car insurance. Nobody knows what your car insurance really covers until you have a car accident. Okay, so don't want to compare breasts to cars, but okay, I understand. Let me ask you this. This beautiful brochure you have here, which is for women's special needs. This is a nice brochure.
Thank you.
If I was to come in the store, would you give me one of these brochures? What would I find in here?
Well, it has our product line inside, and it explains a lot about the Women's Health Boutique.
Okay, okay, it's a nice boutique, okay. And a lovely flyer. Okay, you guys got to get a shot of this flyer. This flyer looks very, very sensitive. So this is a customer?
Yeah, actually, that was shot in one of the boutiques that is in Texas.
Okay.
Our boutique is set up a lot like that one. And this is a collateral piece that we leave with the doctors.
Okay. Okay. That's really nice. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a few things about some of the items here. And, I got one more flyer here. So this is pre and post breast surgery. Now, this information here has got to tell you something about what happened before the surgery and what to expect after the surgery. Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay.
That is also something that we leave with the doctors. Sometimes, even as with the wigs or turbans that we carry, that card can also be used as a discount card, too.
Okay, yeah, I see. Got to get this information and get a discount. Okay, that's really good. Now, the first item I have in front of me is what?
That is a prosthesis. That is actually a breast form.
Okay.
This is what we would typically fit a woman with when she comes to our shop after 6 to 8 weeks of surgery.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, now this is what every woman would be fitted with, or you got to know something about them? Or?
Well, we try and satisfy the surgical site. Sometimes there has been more tissue removed from one part of the chest as opposed to the other.
Okay.
So there are different shapes of forms, and being certified fitters, we select the best form for that surgical site.
Okay. And this beautiful wig here with the scarf, tell me a little bit about this wig. This hair looks better than mine. Okay, tell me a little bit about the wig.
Well, that wig is one that has a monofilament, and we try and have a collection of wigs that are not only flattering but quality pieces.
Okay. So this is almost like human hair.
It's synthetic hair.
Okay. Okay.
We do have human hair wigs, but the synthetic wigs are so much easier to care for.
Okay.
And the price point is good.
Okay. Now, does the earrings come with it? I was just asking. Okay. Okay. Now, what do you have in front of you, Miriam?
This is a custom prosthesis. Sometimes a woman will come to the shop and she's not able to wear prostheses off the shelf. We can do a cast of the body, actually a mold of the surgical site, and produce this form, and it will fit the surgical site better than one off the shelf.
Okay. Okay. Now you have it in its own little bag.
It comes in its own little pouch.
Okay.
Just a marketing item. The pouch is not that important. What is important is that this is custom made so that it will fit the chest wall, and so that it is as close as possible a replica of the existing breast.
Okay. Now this one's custom made. Is this one custom made?
No, that's just an off the shelf.
Okay. Okay. So if I come in and I'm not sure, but I want to get started with something, I can come in and get this one first, and then be fitted with this kind later.
Well, if there's a need for this kind, we don't try and push a woman into this. This is quite costly. If we can fit with an off-the-shelf prosthesis, we're more than happy to do that. We only offer this if a woman is not able to wear an off-the-shelf prosthesis.
Okay. Okay. What else do we have here?
We have also wigs and with the wigs, and we have the turbans. Sometimes a woman will opt to wear a turban as opposed to a wig. And even if she purchases a wig, there are times in the woman's life when she does not want to wear a wig. So we have a wide array of turbans.
Okay.
We also have hats and scarves.
Okay.
You know, all of which will make life a little easier.
So the flexibility of hair and turbans and things like that?
Scarves and wigs, yes.
Okay. Now, Danny, what do you have in front of you?
I have in front of me support stockings. These stockings benefit the legs for people who do a lot of standing, walking. If you have varicose veins, we can get the prescriptions and we can go with a higher strength. These socks somewhat massage the legs as you walk, sit, stand.
Now I notice that says for men, so that's in the store?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So there's some men items in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So support hose for men or women?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And come in different colors?
Yes, we have the male stockings, and this is male and female, both they can wear these, such as uniform wear or whatever. Black, blue, we have white socks for athletic wear.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. You have something else in front of you there?
No, it's Kelly's.
Okay. Okay. Kelly, what do you have in front of you there?
Well, this is also for breast cancer survivors, the lymphedema sleeve.
Okay, we'll hold that up. Okay.
When some of the women have cancer, they have a swelling in their arm, and this is a compression just as the stocking is for the leg that you can put on your arm to alleviate the pressure and everything once the arm is swollen. This is a really good item after surgery. And we also have a line of full-figured bras, which is good for the well-endowed, great support. It's not, they come in underwire and cotton. They're really good bras, and a lot of times.
Now, what size do you fit? From what to what?
The bras are started at a size 34 up to a 46H. And if that's not good for them, then we also have custom-made bras if that's necessary. And swimwear for the ladies who do aqua aerobics or just like still enjoy the beach, they can do so. All the swimsuits have pockets in them to fit the prostheses.
Okay. So is it 2 pockets on both sides?
It's 2 pockets on each side.
Okay.
Whether it's a double mastectomy or single, they can still use it.
They can actually fit. Now, what is it called? Augmentation? What is it?
Prostheses.
Prostheses. I'm sorry. So they can actually fit the prostheses inside the swimsuit.
Yes.
And continue to swim and be as active. Just the same. Okay. Okay. What else do you have?
Oh, just a few items. Still the scarves, just to enhance the beauty. We still have boutique
I see some
items.
bottles of lotion or something. What is those?
Oh, this is a chemotherapy shampoo. After this, the ladies have chemotherapy, they losing their hair, and this is a shampoo formulated just for that.
Okay. Okay. Hadn't thought about that. I mean, you know, when you lose your hair, I mean, your mind doesn't tell you that you can't use regular shampoo. So can you use regular shampoo, or you have to use a special design?
Well, actually, the scalp is really sensitive. That shampoo is especially formulated to address that sensitivity. A regular shampoo may be too harsh.
Okay.
So it is best that they use a shampoo that has been formulated to address that need.
Okay. Now you have an item here.
I sure do. This is what we're calling a softie, and this is something that the women wear directly after surgery. The interesting thing about this, as we said before, you can't be fit for prostheses for at least 6 weeks. But this has pockets. It has a little puff inside so that you don't appear flat for the first 6 weeks. And it also has pockets for the drainage tubes. Directly after surgery, a woman may have the tubes to drain the incision. So the tubes can fit directly into the pockets.
Now, can you wear that outside, or that's basically like when you're in the house and you're still recovering?
Well, you can wear this outside. A lot of ladies just put this on underneath their attire and just go. Now, some of the younger women are daring enough to just wear this.
Okay. Okay, well, it's nice, very attractive. Okay. Okay, so it has a pocket for a draining tube.
Yes.
So there's drainage tubes, and then there's the prosthesis itself.
Yes, the puffs.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. So actually the store has a variety of things that will be needed and used after surgery.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Anything, now, can you get customers who are contemplating surgery to come in? Do you ever get people who are contemplating surgery?
Yes, we do. Sometimes the doctors will refer the women to us before they have surgery so that we can show them exactly what their options are. Prostheses as opposed to reconstructive surgery. So they'll examine whatever it is that we have to help them make a more informed decision.
Okay. So a lot of these things here are like, now the scarves, you can use them for headgear if you like, okay? And you get fitted for bras in various sizes, okay?
We also have things for pregnant women. We have a prenatal cradle, which is a support for the stomach. Sometimes a woman will experience heaviness or swelling in different parts of the body. So we have a prenatal cradle.
Prenatal cradle.
Which addresses that issue.
Okay.
And as you can see here, it fits just so that it will support the baby.
Okay, so if she's really heavy and one area, the baby's dropped down some, and
absolutely,
she's kind of like in the early stages, then that prenatal care.
Not only the early stages, the late stages also. This helps to support the back. It helps to support the stomach.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Okay. Well, I'm telling you, this is all kinds of good stuff here.
We have incontinence supplies, Also for, not only for women, but for men too, we have this special underwear that is washable so that you don't have to use diapers. We have vaginal weights to strengthen the muscles so that the incontinent problem is not so great.
Okay.
Special creams.
That's a combination of, well, you might as well say it's a men and women boutique, but the whole name in itself is...
It's Women's Health Boutique.
Okay.
We do have a few items for men, but
well, it's good to know that men can come in and find a few things themselves, or better yet, they probably send their wives chickens. So they're probably send their wives in and say, can you pick me up something, you know? But basically, if you can get a couple in who both are experiencing some changes in life, it would be very supportive for them to both come in and get services.
And that happens a lot. A woman will come in and the man will be looking around and he'll spot the support hose. Yeah. And of course Kelly is there and she's more than willing to offer an explanation as to how the support wear works.
Okay, well that's good to know. Well, Kelly, we definitely got to come by the store and, you know, give it a look and definitely send people your way.
Thank you.
What we will do for you is make sure that our guests can contact us to find out more information about you.
Great.
We enjoyed having you so much, and I'm sure this show will go over very well because you learn something every day. You learn something about people every day, and you learn something about the changes that go on in society to better equip and educate us for things out there that we can use.
Right.
You know, and this is a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
And we're very glad to have you here as our guest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Feel free to come back anytime.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you learned a lot today because we here at Just Ask did. So if you have some information or questions you want to ask us, please give us a call, as well as you want to find out something about our guests, such as Women's Health Boutique. Give us a call at 248-435, 248-988-0250. That's 248-988-0250 here at Just Ask, and we'll be more than happy to give you some information and forward any questions that you have to our past guests. So, you know who I am, your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask, but as I always say, if you know someone with a disability, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Thank you.